Welcome back to the Twist, everybody. I am your host, chaostopia, and today this is going to be episode 9 or episode 10. I have not checked in a good minute. Anyways, I kind of go ahead and making this on the rush because, well, because literally game day is literally about an hour from now. So, anyways, welcome back, everybody, to another episode. And this time, so here at the Twist, we go ahead and we cover the Twisters. We go and this time around we're going ahead and and right now we're doing pretty much a game recap and a game preview. So we're gonna recap the Aztecs game. Then we're looking up to our upcoming matchup versus the ROBLOX Panthers, which will be actually on the road. So anyway, so as we officially go ahead and arrive up, this episode, like I said, it's nothing, a bit something simple, but yeah. So recap of last week, we went ahead and we won 36-35 in a close matchup. They went ahead and they milked the majority of the fourth quarter, then got the onside. Did a toss up, but then ultimately failed. So Apan went ahead and he had himself by means. And that is nice thing to see. He's pitching for 26, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Their main focus was going ahead and they were going ahead and getting the ball to their best wide receiver, which is Dramatic Load. He had 9 catches for 223 yards and 4 touchdowns. For our team, we did okay. Miss Drew had 375 yards, 5 touchdowns against 2 picks. Overall, Proud went ahead and he had 3 catches, 53 yards. Emirates had 3 for 78. Overall, we were just spraying the ball around to everybody. And kind of that type of day. So that basically now going ahead and being said, our defense went ahead and we did go ahead and we did get a couple of interceptions. One was a nice play made by Lacey. Another one was made by a tackdown to win the game. So nothing much here on this part. For the recap, we are officially 5-2 on the season, and we have officially clinched the playoffs. Now, let's start to talk about our incoming matchup, which is the ROBLOX Panthers. They have LMJ at quarterback. This is the team that I went ahead and earlier this season, I went ahead and said this is going to be our toughest task of the season. And once again, this team and the Panthers haven't disappointed. They got off to a 5-0 start. They did lose their last couple of games, but right now, one more win here for them means pretty much a shot for them to make the playoffs. So, with this now being in mind, I think the key player to go and watch is going to be 2 Pacific. Mind me if I'm going to go ahead and it's a bit weird here. And those key players, on one hand, you have LMJ, who's without a doubt who's fresh off the Victory Bowl, 34 touchdowns against 3 picks, 2,500 yards on the year. Overall, a quarterback that you don't want to face off against on any given day. But and on normal circumstances, you look at this team and like, okay, also look at the stats in this team, okay, it's not much here, there's not much there, yada yada yada. He sprinkles around a ball about. But here's the thing, their number one wide receiver, which is Yodi Pham, he's officially out this week. He got recently suspended, and he's the head coach of the team. So they hired an interim head coach, and they went ahead and they brought over Reaver. So Reaver is actually going to be the prime wide receiver one, along with their tight end Dades. Those are like the two guys. This is a team that literally can spread the ball around. I feel, but right now Beaver's trying to go ahead and look to go ahead and have himself an historic game. So our job is to go ahead and make sure that doesn't happen. So if anything, we're kind of go ahead and we're trying to do Hardscope the favor, even though with all due respect to Harlan and Reaver, I love both of them. Someone's the world shall know pain eventually, my boy. But yeah. So this now being said, their defense. I mean, without now that their top free safeties out, I'm not sure really about how their defense is, but they are a good team. But keep eye out. But like I said, right now they're on a bit of a cold streak. Started off 5-0 on the year, 5-0, but they fell to the Bears 42-35, and they also fell to the Sunbirds 43-26. So this game also means something to them. If they win here, they can clinch a playoff spot. If we win here, we can clinch at least the top 4 seed. Yeah, we'll go ahead and clinch the top 4 seed, or maybe a top 5. We'll probably clinch a top 5 seed for sure, because the only thing we need to happen basically is while we do basically have, by all means, probably had to head over the Ducks. You don't have to head over the Nighthawks. So, with that being in mind, we're gonna have to go ahead and really plan this out. So if we win here tonight, and somehow the Ducks, Turks go ahead and lose, we will be a top 4 seed, and we'll probably go ahead and be probably go ahead and basically be guaranteed in the first round of the OFL playoffs. If you lose here, I doubt there's a chance we'll probably be in on one of the teams that has to be drafted in, but we'll have a chance though, because we'll most likely, I'm saying most likely, we'll avoid the play-in. And the reason why I say avoid the play-in is that there are literally four teams. A fifth one could be added if the Raiders can go ahead and make it in. So literally at this point, anything can happen. But yeah, if the Panthers do lose, they're going to go into a 4-way tie of 5 wins between the Raptors, Firecats, and Huskies. Possibly the Bolts. But the Bolts, they do play. So what will happen in that game, no matter what happens, literally, it's going to be chaos. I do feel like that at this point, we're going to need to show up. We're going to go ahead and need to show up. There's not much as you can go ahead and we can really say here. I mean, a win here practically goes ahead and basically down. We already sealed the playoffs. Now we just need we're trying to go for that for top seed, for a good seed spot, because I don't know if we're going to be able to get the number 1 seed. I mean, with this one we would be 2-2, but like I said, the Warriors have a 3-2 edge. Omaha has a 2-2 edge. If the Ducks and Turks go ahead, the Turks play the Aztecs and the Ducks play the Bolts. So if the Bolts do lose, they'll go ahead and they'll drop to being one of the drafty seeds. If the Turks do lose, anyways, if one of these two teams loses, they'll drop, and we'll probably we'll most likely get a top 4 spot. Both teams lose, okay, we get a top 4 spot automatically. Probably, I think, make number 3. Yeah. If one basically wins, so let's say the Ducks win, for instance. If the Ducks win, they'd be 3-2 in conference play, and with them having the stronger strength of schedule, they'll most likely be able to clinch the number 1 seed, which is not bad. It's also going to be a crowning accomplishment for Clan, as he's been a very good quarterback this season. Respect to him for basically being able to go and ball. If the Turks do win, The Turks go ahead and they get the win here. You got that 3-2 part here, and they also have another stronger strength of schedule, so they can most likely go ahead and clinch a top spot in the playoffs. Maybe not even them one seed itself. So literally, what happens at this point is really going to have it's going to come down to what the strength of schedule is going to go and look like after each game. So what about the Panthers? If the Panthers do lose, I said there's going to be that huge little five. Probably right now it's a 1-2-3. It's a three-way tie. They'll probably make it a four-way tie. If the Thunderbirds and Bolts lose, it'll be a six-way tie to go ahead and decide what's going to happen. FFC, yeah, look at this one. FFC basically while they have the higher point differential, they do not. They're literally 2-3 in beating teams that were over 500. If the Bolts get the win here, then they automatically clinch. But they lose, yes, 3-2 look, but they'll most likely go ahead and get a top spot in the playoff, like the fifth seed or the sixth seed or even the seventh seed. The Thunderbirds, if they do lose, what would happen here? Okay, point differential of schedule of 0.563. I would say what they'd go ahead and they get if they do make the playoffs, they automatically are the ninth seed due to some ruling due to a specific rule that was implemented for the Thunderbirds and Sunbirds this season that they both, regardless of making playoffs, will automatically be forced to play as the ninth seed and in the play. So for the Thunderbirds, if they do lose, if they're let's look here. Yeah, they're 3-2 in the whole. So they'll be like what 3-3 in the conference, right? How would this work? Would that mean if they have one win, because they have one more win than the Huskies they get in, or if they do lose, yeah, I know it's like if the Huskies will go in and get in. Yeah, if it's really gonna come down to literal, yeah, if it's really like a tie for how it's like a winning percentage, then yeah, it'll probably be tough. The whole thing, strength of schedule. Thunderbirds have the higher one, so they'd beat automatically the Huskies for it. I feel like the Thunderbirds are in a good situation at this point. Like the only thing I could say could really happen is that the Panthers end up losing. Yeah, what could happen here? I don't know. But yeah, one of the teams that basically have 5 wins at the moment. So one of them's getting screwed out of the playoff push. Not this Okay, sorry about that. I unfortunately, I think this I got disconnected for some reason. I have no idea what the hell happened. Anyways, just sorry about that long break of silence. Anyways, so what was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, playoff wise, there's just very big playoff implications. But yeah, besides that, that's going to really be it. Most Milhan and know if Heal does have the chance to get 3,000 passing yards from the season, as well as OMJ. I doubt anyone on the team is going to be able to get 1,000 receiving yards at this point of the year. Like the only person that really would is closest is Prowling, and that's like 657 yards. So yeah, no, we're not trying to get 1,000. So yeah, we're just trying to make a playoff push. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. I'll go ahead and I thank you guys so much for watching. I'll go and I'll see you guys next time for another episode. Anyways, that's it. Peace.